Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to SWC Madhukar. So today we will cover the integration with ChatGPT in Salesforce. So here we will use ChatGPT integration with using the Apex code. Okay. So here also I will create one small LWC component for UI basis. Uh, but first I will show you using the Apex code how we can write that Apex code and how we can uh, sign up on ChatGPT and how you can create your account also and how we can get the API key for using because in the ChatGPT we will use our uh, API key. So what is basically Salesforce? What is ChatGPT? So basically ChatGPT is a catchable launched by the OpenAI chatbot. Okay, basically this is chatbot. You can type anything in the that box. So ChatGPT analyze on uh, uh, in the market what the content available in the market. Then it will connect and show you on the basis of your term conditions. Okay, whatever you term text type on that box, then it will be. So it is built on the top of OpenAI ChatGPT 3.5 family of large language model and is fine with both supervised and reinforcement learning technique. ChatGPT is backed up with OpenAI, basically founded in San Francisco in 2015. But now this in this year is now boom because now he launched and everyone use now ChatGPT. Okay. So let's start in our org. So this is my org, Salesforce. Sorry. Okay. So let's go on the developer console. Okay. So this is my developer console. So before starting code, let's how we can create our uh, account on ChatGPT. So I'm opening here my incognito mode, basically. So here you can type here platform OpenAI. Okay, when you click on that here, so you will get here this platform openai.com basically. Okay, open this, open overview. After that, here, if you have already account, so you can log in here. If you don't have account, so just sign up here. You can log in with your Gmail account, or you can also sign up with email account, and you can log in with also your other media like the Apple ID and also the Microsoft ID. Okay, so I have created my already ID. So let me log in. So here my ChatGPT account already logged in. So how you will get that your API key first? So let's before go on the API key, let's check the our documentation. Here is the all the overview about the when you click on the overview. So it will be show all the about how ChatGPT work and how you can build an application. So here everything mentioned in the ChatGPT overview basically. Okay. So here the documentation about, so when you click on the documentation, so here you can find everything related to ChatGPT, like what is ChatGPT and what the work of ChatGPT, how it's generating the natural language and code, everything. Okay. And for example, here you want to create your any playground, so you can create a playground also. Here the API reference. Okay, so you can use your API reference here. So here I have here also one tag. Okay, API reference.
लगा शायद ये जितना देखते रहेंगे बस वो पता लग जाएगा पोर्ट कैसे कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं और क्या
Okay, so here I have one API reference into so about the integration. okay, so you can interact with API through the HTTP request from any language via official Python binding our official Node.js library. Okay, so basically, this API created on the Python and the Node.js library. Okay, so how you can use and about the authentication process. Previous video and other video also I have told you before uh, start coding for check the all the your API key documentation authorization process. Okay, so see here authorization process, the OpenAI uses API key for authentication. Visit our API key basically page to retrieve the API key you will use in your request. So whatever when you create your request, so then you need this API key basically. Okay, so here, what is the type of authorization process? So here is authorization and bearer key basically. So uh, ChatGPT API key is the bearer type. Okay, so how we can use that one in previous video we have already know about that, but when I start coding, so I will tell you also this one. Okay, so here the request organization for user who help belong the multiple organization, you can pass the header to specify. Okay, for example, the same chat GPT you are using the multiple organization. For example, you have a client bind that API key for your one project and another project also. So how you can use that organization and how you can bind this organization ID also. But in our case, we are using personal ID. So here we have only one organization ID. Okay. So when you get the API key, so in the your API key is already your organization key. Okay. But when you are using the multiple organization, so you need to be pass also the your OpenAI organization key also. Here is mentioned. Okay. So and what are the your endpoint basically? So when you go in the API key here, so this is your API key. And after that, when you click here, so see here, this is your HC URL. So your basically your endpoint URL. Okay, and hyphen H means this is it means header. You need to be set these value in your header when you are writing it for request, and your authorization process bearer space your API key. In also you pass in the header. This is the body, hyphen D means the body basically. So in a body here is type the model. Okay, so which type of model? Basically model means in chat GPT is now the multiple model. Okay, model 1, model 2, 3, 3.5 and 4 basically. So which type of your model using or you are buy this API key that model. So you need to be use that model here. So you need to be pass your chat GPT whatever you are using for that. In my case, I'm using my text dependency 003. So okay, so I will pass and use that one. Okay. So this is our okay response. So if you see here in where your data is coming, okay, choices in your all the message whatever content you have asked for the chat GPT, then everything content will come in the choices. It's the multiple choices it will come when you the your term condition is logged. Okay, so this is all about your chat GPT. You can read all the model, list model, attribute, everything. Okay, so let's go our account here. So here we have the view API key. Okay, when you click on the view API key, so you able to use here basically. Okay, this is your API key. So I have created already my API key basically. Okay, so you can use also. We can check our API is working or not. Okay, so in our system we can use, and if you want, so you can type here and again just so just you can edit this the name basically. Okay, but if you want to create new API key here, you can create and type your name and create new API key. Okay. So about the organization. Okay. So I have already told you about the organization. So this is the organization. When you are using the multiple organization, so it will be show here your all organization. Which organization do you want to use? Basically, default organization. So in my case, I'm using my personal account, so that's why it's showing only the personal. Okay. So let's go in Salesforce and we will use our API key and basically I'm creating here our my creating on Apex class here basically. So my Apex class is I'm giving the chat GPT controller. Okay, just click on OK. So my class is created now. Okay, so after that, what we need to be create this method. Click type public static. Now I'm passing void one now for, but I will return that response also. Okay, when I return, so I will change my return type. Okay, so my method name is the chat get chat GPT result. So here I also passing my give the parameter string type because I will pass my text term what I want basically. Okay, so here I give my API name text term basically. Okay, you can give text term. Okay, so just click here and now start to work on the coding part. So before just I'm creating one my a variable. Okay, so this is I'm creating the private variable. So when you're creating, so specify first then your type. Okay, from here type our endpoint basically. I'm storing my endpoint, whatever the endpoint my chat GPT I'm up I will store directly in the variable. So let's go in the API here and what is my chat GPT this is my API key. Okay. So if you want to check first API your is working or not. So previously I have told everyone how we can use the Postman. Okay, let me check on the Postman. Okay, I have already set up in the Postman, but let me show you how we can use the Postman also. It's opening now. Okay, so let me show you how it is working. Our API key and what are the response coming in the system. Okay, so this is my API key basically. Okay, this is our main API key. So whatever I have already saved in my system. Okay, this is my coding also. I have saved this. Okay, you can check here. So it's the same API key. Okay, so after that, whatever the header already told you I have a header in order authorization process. So this is our key authorization, and after that this is bearer key and whatever API key we have created. Okay, so this is our API key basically, this one. This one API key I created. Okay, so which API you have created? When you're creating new API, then it will be asking for copy, and just copy and paste your separate anywhere. If you want to paste store in your Postman, you can store in Postman. If you want to store any other place, you can just restore for future. Okay, when you click in the body. Okay, in body, let me show you what are the I have here shift. Okay, so in body I have told you I'm my model in condition I'm using text Devancy. hyphen 003 model. And prompt text. Prompt text means what you want to pass the text for ChatGPT to result. What you want to result basically. So need to be pass your term text in the prompt parameter. Maximum token means this is the millisecond basically. So whatever your pass is other than token timeout, so you can pass here your maximum token here. Okay. Temperature basically it's in the org basically it's whatever you are searching the random text, so that random text is basically refined on the basis of temperature. Stream, I don't want to any stream, so that's why I'm doing the false only. Top 0.3. So when you type your text, okay, so top means if you typing in text, so it's taking your top to bottom basically your text, and basically 0.5. If you know more about these are the variable names and everything, so this is everything here mentioned in the your API reference documentation. When you click on the API integration, so you can learn about that, all the parameter and everything here, all the parameter and everything mentioned here. Okay, so you can learn more about that, and you can understand everything related to that. Okay, so this is our API key, this is our header, and this is our body. Okay, same thing we will do in the coding when you click on the here. Okay, so this is our Postman basically we are using for test API. My API is working or not. See here, our API is working now. Okay, so whatever the data I have passed here is coming data. Check here, this is text, it's coming basically. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so under the choice our text value, our whatever the data is coming, so here in this coming every data. Okay, so we will see in the org also directly. Let's go in our code here. So I have okay, my endpoint I have already set here. Okay, so for API key, okay, so what you can do, you can here you can do like you can create one uh, custom label for storing your API key, or you can directly hard code it also. But in future, if you in future your API key will change, so your integration break now that time. So that time what you need to be do, that time you need to be create one or no you need to be go in the Apex code and change your Apex code that API key. After that it will work. So this is not best practices when you are writing any code or any doing the integration. So whenever you situation for hard coded any value, any name, so try to use custom label, custom metadata, and custom check. Okay. So in my scenario, I'm using here custom label. Let me create on Chat GPT API key. Okay. So this is my custom label name.
Sorry,
Hmm.
Ashish, can you please? I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to understand. Can you please
Okay.
repeat about the custom label?
What?
Custom label.
Do you want to explore more?
Yeah, can you explain a little bit more about that?
Okay. So basically, custom label we are using. For example, this is our API key. Okay. So when we write our code here, passing our API key basically in the request body here. Okay. Here we will pass our API key. So for example, I have created this API key. Okay. And this API key expired. So what it will be do? Your API key change. So you go in here and create new API secret key. So when you create this new secret key, so you have done already your integration in Apex coding, and your this Apex class code already in the production. So in production, you can't change also your code, any line of code. So what you need to be that you need to be go in your sandbox and change your API key in your Apex code, and again you need to be deploy in production. So this is some your effort going on, okay, because you have done API key as a hard coded, right? So in a custom label, if you are using custom label, so what you should do, go to setup and open your custom label, just change your API. So you one single line, you did not change any line in your code, and also your code will work in finally in the production without any deployment, without anything. But you need to be just you have used your custom label. So in custom label you can change your value.
हेलो
And any, yeah.
सर, जैसे आपने लास्ट टाइम पर ये क्यू इंटीग्रेशन की थी तो आपने कस्टम मेटा डेटा यूज किया था, तो
जी
सर
जी।
ये जी सर, ये इन दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है? कब हम कस्टम मेटा डेटा यूज करना है और कब हमें कस्टम लेवल यूज करना है सर? ये थोड़ा सा।
ओके, सो देखो, आप कस्टम लेबल भी यूज कर सकते हो, कस्टम मेटा डेटा भी यूज कर सकते हो, बट डिपेंड करता है कि हमारे पास कितने पैरामीटर्स हैं या कितने हम डेटा हार्ड कोडेड कर सकते हैं। क्योंकि जो आपका एंड पॉइंट है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस इज योर एंड पॉइंट, राइट? सो ये आपका एंड पॉइंट चेंज नहीं होगा, एंड पॉइंट आपका सेम रहेगा। जहां पे आपको लगेगा कि मेरा एंड पॉइंट चेंज हो जाएगा, जैसे आप इंटीग्रेशन करते हो इन मतलब कि जब हम प्रोडक्शन लेते हैं तो आप हमें किसी थर्ड पार्टी का, तो हमें क्या होता है कि वो एक सैंडबॉक्स में टेस्टिंग और भी देते हैं, तो हम क्या करते हैं कि हम हार्ड कोडेड कर देते हैं अपने कोड में टेस्टिंग वाला ही, तो हमें जब प्रोडक्शन में डिप्लॉय करना होता है दोबारा हमें चेंज करना पड़ता है। या तो आप कस्टम लेबल यहाँ पे क्रिएट करोगे तो आपको मल्टीपल कस्टम लेबल क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, अगर 5 पैरामीटर है तो 5 क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, राइट, इन कस्टम लेबल में। पर जब आप कस्टम मेटा डेटा यूज करोगे तो आपका कस्टम मेटा डेटा सिर्फ एक ही होगा, बट आपको फील्ड क्रिएट करने होंगे 5, एक कस्टम मेटा डेटा 5 फील्ड। एंड जहां पे आपको लगेगा कि मल्टीपल डेटा मुझे फील्ड क्रिएट करने हैं, मतलब मल्टीपल वैल्यू स्टोर करने हैं, तो आप कस्टम मेटा डेटा के साथ जाओ। जहां पे आपको लगेगा कि नहीं, एक वैल्यू हमें स्टोर करनी है और हम चेंज कर सकते हैं, तो आप वहाँ पे कस्टम मेटा डेटा यूज, कस्टम लेबल यूज करोगे।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
ओके, और कस्टम लेबल बेसिकली हम यूज करते हैं ट्रांसलेशन के लिए, बट जब हम इन फ्यूचर सीखेंगे मतलब जब हम इन फ्यूचर सीखेंगे LWC का सीरीज चलाएंगे, तो हम उसमें कस्टम लेवल का यूज करना सिखाएंगे। क्योंकि जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आप कोई भी कभी कभी एक वेबसाइट मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज में यूज होता है, ठीक है, जैसे फ्रेंच, जर्मन, US, इंग्लिश, जर्मन, स्पेनिश। तो क्या होता है कि कस्टम लेबल में हमारे पास एक ऑप्शन होता है, ओके, तो हमारे कस्टम लेबल में हमारे पास ऑप्शन होता है कि आप कस्टम लेबल को दूसरे लैंग्वेज में ट्रांसलेट कर सकते हैं। तो आपका आपने यहाँ पे टेक्स्ट कुछ इंग्लिश में लिखा था, वो स्पेनिश में ऑटोमेटिक चेंज हो जाएगा। तो बेसिकली दिस बहुत इसका बेनिफिट है हमारा कस्टम लेबल का। बट यहाँ पे मुझे ज्यादा यूज नहीं करना है, तो इसलिए मैं कस्टम लेबल यूज कर चल रहा हूँ, और उसमें कोई चेंजेस नहीं करना है मुझे। ओके, एवरीवन क्लियर दिस पॉइंट?
Yeah. Thank you.
ओके,
यस सर।
okay, let's go on coding part. Okay, so I have stored my custom label here. Okay, let's start our writing HTTP request basically. So in HTTP request, what should you do? For example, but in this typing, okay, when you write something text, so sometimes where you are passing, for example, you are passing something like data, something space type and text data, and you have a space, okay, like this. So for this region, our sometimes our result is not coming as per expected. Okay, so what you should do, just create one another variable here, string. So type here search query escape. You can give any name, okay, as per what you want, you can give your name. Okay, so here just copy your search term text and just click here trim. So trim one method in Apex basically this method reduce your space from start and end. For example, when you are writing something like this. Okay, so your this space, starting space and end space, it will be reduced. So it will become like this. Okay, so this is our, as per expectation result, it will become exact what we want basically. Okay, so after that, just create our HTTP request. Okay, new HTTP request. So now time to store our data. Okay, so just set our endpoint. What is our endpoint? We have store when public variable. This is public variable. Okay, means class level variable. Okay, so just paste here your endpoint. Okay, after that, what you want here, you have said. After that, your header need to be set. Okay, it's not coming, some showing error. Let's see what error. Variable does not exist. So anyone tell me why is showing the error? Variable, this variable I created on the top but is not using here.
Because you declare as a private.
No. Private, if you are creating any variable in private on the class level, so that variable we can use our class, but it's not accessible for another class. So this is big question. Okay, remember everyone, when you are creating any variable on the class level, so and your method is static. So this is the interview question also. When you're creating any variable on the class level and you want to use in a static your variable in a static method. So when you are using variable in a static method, so your variable also should be static. Okay, error is gone. So this is, remember this point. Okay, let's set our HTTP response. Here we have header. Okay, header, there are two. I have already told also our previous video. Now also video I'm telling about. So key and value. So in our APIs already mentioned. Okay, so first, and also let me show you in our, so authorization basically. This is authorization and API key. So one more also you can set here like content type here. So you can type here content type and JSON application or text. So you can set your type here also. Okay. So let's go in our code. So first we need to be set our authorization. Just copy your authorization and paste here. What our API key? So before API key, what need to be passed first? Bearer basically. Okay, because our API key is the bearer type and need to be give the space. Okay, after giving the space, you need to be pass your API key. So how you can pass your API? This is the multiple way you can pass your API key in here. So where I store my API key? I will store my API key in a basically custom label. Okay, so let's just plus system dot label. Okay, this is the how you can use your custom label in Apex. So just copy your API name and paste here. So you have set your API key here. Now it's showing error something. I think label is maybe is LABL.
सिस्टम में सर एम नहीं आया सिस्टम.
Oh, okay, sorry. System dot label. Okay. So this is our correct. Okay, it's not system dot label. LABL. No, it's error. So system dot. Let me check how to use custom label in Apex.
I think you have
डायरेक्ट
used
लेवल होता है, सिस्टम डाल रहा है ये.
Okay, here a system LABL. So this is basically LABL. Here A. Okay. So this is the correct keyword name. Okay. After using the request, we need to be set what set header again. So our API, what are now is key content type basically. Okay, this is content type. Content type means basically which type of content your come in the response. So in our system, this is the something related to a large amount. It will become the some application, maybe JSON type. So let me type here the application slash, you can pass here JSON also. Okay, and something it will be sometimes come like the char set hyphen utf, okay, and type here the 8. Okay, so you can use here our if you want to check this is correct or not, so you can pass also here. Okay, just type here and you can check here also. Char set utf basically. So let's check in our system content type. Okay, so content type basically when you type here char set basically equal. After that you can pass here utf-8. Okay, so your request header, your endpoint already set now. Okay, so what needs to be set? You can set here timeout also when your request is coming taking time, so you can set timeout. So in the timeout, this is the integer value, so you can pass around this. This is the millisecond. Okay, so you can pass as per your what you want basically, but maximum is the 120 minute. 120 minute. Here is 15 only. So I've set all the 120 second means 2 minute only. Okay, so I've set here this is millisecond here, so total means 120 second. Okay, so after here what need to be set here? Need to be set our the body. So how you can set your body here? You can set so let me create my body is another variable. Okay, so I can do one thing here, string req body here. Okay, so in body this is our type. Let me show you here. Such type of body you need to be set here. Okay. Related to this. So let me set my body here. Okay. See double quotes. In double quotes, you need to be type model. Okay. After model, just curly braces. What type of your model you need to be type here. Okay. So my model is related to text hyphen deviance deviancy. Okay. Hyphen 003. This is my basically text type. Okay. So in a text type, when you're creating the JSON, okay, so it should be like a double quotes. And other than you can also just comma. After that comma, you need to be pass your prompt. What is your prompt? Prompt means which text you want to use here. Okay. So prompt also in the whatever the key you can set in the double quotes. Okay. So just semicolon. And after semicolon, double quotes. In double quotes, you need to be pass your query, this query. Just pass here. Okay. So after passing this, just double plus here and single quotes and double quotes your close means you have started your double quotes here and need to be just do here. Okay. So after that, you need to be pass your another what is another the I have showed already in this system. Okay, in a body here. This is the max token. You can copy max token here. Okay. After max token is the variable as integer type variable. So you can type here without double quotes. If any value in an integer, you need to be passed as a without the double quotes. If anything is string, you need to be passed in a double quotes. Okay. So after that is temperature. So you can pass also double quotes here. Then temperature is something set already 0. Oh, sorry. Here is the 0. Then comma double quotes. Stream I'm passing as a false. Okay, outside this. Okay. And if your value is boolean also, you need to be passed without double quotes. Okay. Last is our top. Just pass here top 0.5. This is now set. Okay. So your integer, your JSON is properly. So when you're writing any JSON, so JSON it should be start like a curly braces. In the last of you need to be set curly braces. Okay. So when I will execute, so also I will check my this JSON is created properly or not. So how you can check? You can just debug here. System dot debug body. Okay, so this body you need to be passed in a request. The set body. So this is your body. Okay, so you have created body and you have stored here basically. Okay, so now what you want to when you store a body, so sometimes it's data is not coming properly. Okay, so you can use your body in the set body. So without body, when your method, let me set also method here, dot set method. So our method type is post because we are posting something and we are get the result. So when your method is post, so body is required. You should be pass body. Okay. So now I have set approx everything here. Now need to be just call out. So how we can call out? Before call out, need to be create your HTTP instance, new HTTP. Okay, this is our HTTP instance basically for sending the request to our server. Dot send and pass your request. So when the send request, so it's come the response. So how you can store your response? HTTP sorry HTTP response. So RESP. So I have stored my response in this variable. So let's check what now is coming data or not. System.debug result GPT. Okay, everything I have said. Now let's check our API working or not. So how we can check? We can open this anonymous window. How we can you know everyone. If don't know, so click on the debug here, and this is our execute anonymous window. So you can execute your code as a local here. So just our Apex class name, then our method name. So this method our also parameterized. So let me pass. So let me pass the term write a trigger on account when account is created, then contact also created. Okay, I have passed this term condition to ChatGPT. Let me execute this. So I have told everyone when we are writing any HTTP callout, so what should we do first? Anyone, everyone remember what I have told when your error coming like this unauthorized endpoint, please check out this.
We have to add that website and remote site settings.
Right. So in Salesforce, when you are writing any a call out, so Salesforce is not allowed any call out with third party. So what should we do? First need to be create remote site setting here and store your URL. So I have passed all the URL, but Salesforce it will take only the base URL. Okay, so only base URL need to be added in remote site setting for authorize or whitelist that URL in the system. Okay, so let's execute again. Our execution done. Just click here. So here is saying something. HTTP response bad request sent. Bad request sent means our this JSON is not correct. So what we should do? Just copy this JSON and go to check our JSON link. This is website for checking your JSON is working fine or not. Okay. So just validate here. So JSON is working fine. String HTTP callout token also 0 this. String top also. JSON is correct.
I think that error is due to that remote site only.
No. It's saying something. HTTP request bad request.
Okay.
Bad request means when you're clicking this, so something request is not gone the proper. Okay. So what need to we do? Just let me remove this char setting, and this is our response here, and maybe some error related to JSON. So how we can check JSON is correct or not, or data is going correct or not? So maybe sometimes related to this API key, okay, bearer API key. So let me do one thing. Just I'm removing this API key and doing the hard coded. Okay. Okay, let's check again. It's still showing bad request status. So what is the error content type we have said? This is also set. Let me check in body here. Technical hyperlink zero is correct. Let me check in this. Prompt. Okay, I think this is not correct actually. That's why it's showing the error. Let me do again. Unauthorized status code. Okay. Something's unauthorized. Let me do the same thing for our code now. This is maximum token temperature also.
You mentioned the barriers in authorization.
I have okay, so yeah, this is the bearer. Basically, this is the bearer only.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So let's check again. It's still showing the error. Unauthorized. Unauthorized means
It is SK-2, barrier SK.
okay. This is our API keys. Yes, okay, this is. Let's copy paste. So everyone check properly your API key and bearer only. After that space, then your bearer token. Okay. So see here, your response is coming correct now. Now is successful. Okay. So now is successful. So what we should do now? Our HTTP response, how you can check? Just type here. So we can also check here our conditions. Okay. For example, this if condition, then RESP dot status code. Okay, if not set, get status code. Okay, get status code is equal to 200. Then system dot debug result. RSP dot get body. Okay, so just again execute now and debug only. Now see your data is coming in the trigger. Okay, but it's not readable basically. Okay, so what we should do, we can create our own component, and that component we will write something. Okay, storing the data, and that we can remove all the unwanted this kind of string, then we able to. But our now our API is working. Okay, if you see here your API and text in choices. Okay, text data is coming now. Okay, so if you want, so let me, I have login my already this org. Okay, and let me go in this VS Code. In VS Code I will create one. Okay, LWC component. Let me, so I know who is not already work on LWC, so you can't understand basically, but we will start. But now for now I'm showing the UI basis. So something when some UI you check, so you understand the result properly. Okay, Chat GPT component. So my component here, this is something. Okay, so before going this here, so let's change our return type. Here let me send return type. If our this coming correct, so let's return our body. Okay, otherwise also whatever the record is coming, then also return here. Okay, so I've written my result. So in the LWC, what should we do? Just here I'm creating one component here, and just give something so no suggestion, lightning hyphen guard. Okay, I'm creating, this is the lightning card tab is showing something your UI look good. Okay, so after that what should we do here? We need to be do one basically let me create one text type here. So here lightning hyphen, no suggestion coming, input, then type here, and type is text basically. So here you can pass placeholder also, something, enter your term text here. Okay, so I have created this one text field. Let me expose my API. So how you can expose your API here? Need to be to true, and after that type target, then close target, and here just target. So need to be write your type. So where do you want to expose your this component? So I want to expose my component on tab also. So you can use your this component or record home page, app page, and tab also. So I will create one tab. Let me deploy this component to so deploy. Okay, we'll click on the right and deploy your component. Maybe get error because here is two places target. Okay, let me remove this and save. Now again click right and just deploy this component. So the component deployed successfully. So let's go in the org here, type tab. So you can create your tab. So here the multiple kind of tabs. Okay, custom object tab, web tab, visual force tab, and lightning tab. So our this is component is the lightning component. So we are creating the lightning tab here. Click new here, and your lightning component. This is your lightning component. Type here Chat GPT. Okay, and this is required tab style. So you can select any tab basically. Okay, choose anyone like let's me dice. Just next. By default, all app it will show and just save it. Now just refresh your org and type here your tab chat. So here ChatGPT. See here your org your this is showing here, okay, but it's not correct something. So you can add something CSS or beautify your component as per your requirement. Okay, so I'm doing something here. Let me type some CSS here. So class CSS, LDS 5. I'm doing it means the margin. Okay, I'm giving the margin around medium for everywhere, and that's it. Okay, so now it's coming.